I was left out of my sister's wedding, so I booked a vacation. When the wedding collapsed, my family desperately tried to contact me. "You're blowing this out of proportion. It's just a wedding," my mom had said. I wasn't invited to my own sister's wedding. Instead, I planned a getaway. Days later, my relatives flooded my phone with calls and messages. I stared at my phone, rereading the text for the fifth time. "Hey, we finalized the guest list and we had to make some tough decisions. Hope you're okay with it. Love you." Tough decisions. I wasn't a distant relative or a long-lost friend they hadn't seen in ages. I was her brother. My sister, the one I'd supported through every crisis, heartbreak, and moment of doubt, had casually excluded me. A dull ache of disbelief settled in my chest. I almost laughed, thinking it must be a mistake. I grabbed my phone and dialed my mom. She picked up on the second ring, her tone cheerful. "Hey, sweetie, what's up?" I skipped the pleasantries. "I just got a text from Emily. She says the guest list is set and I'm not on it." There was a brief silence, just long enough to confirm my suspicions. "Oh, honey," my mom sighed, using that tone that always made me feel like I was overreacting. "It's just a wedding, don't make it a big deal." Just a wedding, a sharp twist of anger coiled in my stomach. "Are you serious?" I said, my voice oddly steady. "Mom, I'm her brother. How am I not invited to my sister's wedding?" She made a dismissive sound, like I was a child throwing a fit. "It's not personal. They had to keep the list small and—" I cut her off. "Mom, I just saw Emily's Instagram. She invited 150 people." Silence, then a forced laugh. "Well, you know how it is. Weddings are costly and maybe they thought you wouldn't care about missing this one." I felt like I'd been punched. "Wouldn't care?" I echoed. "Mom, I've been there for Emily through everything. I helped her move twice. When she was jobless, I paid half her rent. I was the one who got her through her last breakup. And now I'm not important enough to be at her big day." "Stop being so dramatic," my mom said with another sigh. "It's just one day, you're overreacting." I gave a short, humorless laugh, overreacting. I could already see how this would play out. I'd argue my mom would brush me off, Emily would offer a half-hearted apology later, and I'd be expected to let it go, like always. Not this time. Something inside me snapped. If I wasn't worth including, then fine, I wouldn't be around at all. I hung up without another word and started scrolling on my phone. If I wasn't going to Emily's wedding, I'd be somewhere far better. I was going on a trip. The more I thought about it, the angrier I got. I wasn't the type to get upset over small things. I'd let a lot slide before. Emily had forgotten my birthday multiple times. She only called when she needed something. My mom always expected me to be the understanding one, while Emily got away with everything. But this was a new level of disrespect. I wasn't going to sit at home sulking while my sister and family celebrated without me. If I wasn't important enough to be invited, I wasn't important enough to be there when they needed me. I opened my laptop and started searching for flights. If Emily could have her dream day, I was going to have the best week of my life. It took less than an hour to arrange. I booked an all-inclusive stay at a 5-star Caribbean resort, ocean view suite, spa treatments, and private beach access. I'd always told myself such a trip was too expensive. Not now. This wasn't just a vacation, it was a statement. When the wedding weekend arrived, I was already on a plane, sipping champagne in first class. I posted a photo, legs stretched out, drink in hand, with the caption, "Got cut from the guest list, but I think I'll manage." The responses came fast. Some cousins sent laughing emojis. My aunt, the only sensible family member, commented, "Good for you, should have brought me along." But the best reaction. My mom's, she sent 3 texts in a row, "Where are you? Are you really skipping your sister's wedding over this? You're being childish." Childish, I was just getting started. I replied with a photo of the beach, white sand, turquoise water, postcard perfect. Then I turned off my phone. I wasn't letting them guilt trip me. For the first time in years, I was putting myself first, and it felt amazing. By the time I landed in paradise, any lingering guilt was gone. The warm ocean breeze hit me as I stepped off the plane, carrying the scent of salt and tropical blooms. A private car, a sleek black SUV with chilled towels and water, waited to take me to the resort. This was way better than a wedding. As we drove along the coast, I knew I'd made the right choice. Back home, my family was probably buzzing with wedding prep. My mom was likely making excuses for my absence. Emily was laughing with her bridesmaids, not sparing me a thought. But here, I wasn't an afterthought. I was the priority, my priority. The resort was like a dream. The lobby had towering palms and an open design that let the sea breeze flow through. The staff greeted me with a cocktail before I even checked in. My room? Stunning. Floor-to-ceiling windows, a private balcony, and the most luxurious king bed I'd ever seen. I dropped my bags, stepped onto the balcony, and soaked it all in. Then, just to twist the knife, I snapped a photo of the view and posted it with the caption, "When one door shuts, another opens, preferably to a beachfront suite with endless margaritas." I knew it would reach my family, and honestly, I wanted it to. For once, they could feel what it was like to be left out, and I was only getting started. The first full day was pure bliss. I started with room service, fluffy pancakes, fresh fruit, and coffee so good it ruined every other cup I'd ever had. Then I did exactly what I wanted. No obligations, no family drama, just me, the sea, and a schedule built around my enjoyment. By afternoon, I was lounging by the infinity pool, martini in hand, watching the waves. I occasionally checked my phone, not to talk to my family, but to see the growing reactions to my posts. The comments were priceless. "Cousin Jake, bro, where even are you?" Aunt Lisa, "All right, now you're just flexing." An old friend, "Man, take me with you next time." Then I saw a notification that made me grin. "Emily viewed your post." Oh, now she noticed. I could picture her in the bridal suite, sipping cheap champagne, scrolling through Instagram, and seeing me living my best life while she stressed about her wedding. Good, I leaned back, sipped my drink, and thought, enjoy your big day, sis. Hope it's everything you dreamed. But as the sun set, something strange happened. My phone started blowing up. At first, I ignored it, assuming it was just more reactions to my photos. Then I saw the names, Mom, Emily, Jake, even Uncle Rob. Calls and texts poured in. I raised an eyebrow and opened my phone. The first message was from my mom. "Call me now, it's an emergency." Emergency, over a wedding. I sighed, unsure if I even cared. Then Jake texted, "Dude, you won't believe what just went down." Now I was curious. I scrolled through the messages and it hit me. The universe had delivered the ultimate wedding gift. Emily's perfect wedding had imploded. I skimmed the flood of texts, my grin widening with each one. "Jake, bro, you dodged a disaster. Mom, call me immediately. This is a family crisis. Emily, please, where are you? I need you." I stretched out in my lounge chair, sipped my cocktail, and kept reading. Then I saw a message that made me laugh out loud. "Cousin Melissa, the groom just walked out." I nearly choked. The groom left. This was better than I could have imagined. Curiosity took over, so I texted Jake. "What do you mean he left?" He replied instantly. "Man, during the reception, total chaos. He and Emily had a massive fight and he just stormed out, left the venue." Another text from Jake. "Oh, and then Uncle Rob and Dad got into a shouting match about who was embarrassing the family. Grandma was sobbing. They shut down the bar early. Total mess." I leaned back, smirking. My sister had excluded me, thinking she didn't need me. Now suddenly I was the one they all wanted. I could hear my mom's voice in my head. "You need to fix this. Emily's falling apart." "Yeah, no thanks." I opened Emily's message. "Pick up your phone, please, I need you." Oh, now I mattered. I took a deep breath and sent one reply. "Sorry, too busy enjoying my overreaction. Hope the wedding was great." Then I blocked her number, my mom's and Jake's, just to be safe. I set my phone to do not disturb, signaled the bartender for another drink, and relaxed. While my family spiraled, I was in paradise, and for once I didn't care. The next morning, I woke to the sound of waves and the scent of sea air drifting through my balcony doors. I stretched, savoring the peace. For a moment, I almost forgot the chaos back home. Almost. Then I checked my phone. Even with most of my family blocked, I had over 20 missed calls from unknown numbers. They were desperate to reach me. A few voicemails had slipped through. Against my better judgment, I played one. My mom's frantic voice. "I don't know what you're trying to prove, but this isn't the time for your nonsense. Your sister is devastated and we need you here. This family needs to come together." I rolled my eyes and deleted it. Next was Emily, sobbing. "I don't understand why you're doing this. You're my brother, I need you, please call me." Click, deleted. The next one made me laugh, Jake whispering like he was hiding. "Dude, Mom and Aunt Lisa are planning to ambush you at your place when you get back. Heads up. Also, Grandma keeps saying the wedding was doomed because you weren't there. It's wild." That voicemail, saved. I tossed my phone on the bed and stepped onto the balcony. The sun was rising, casting a golden glow over the ocean. I breathed deeply, letting the warmth sink in. Back home, my family was scrambling to manage the fallout. Here I was sipping espresso in a bathrobe, basking in the best choice I'd ever made. The irony? They were now feeling what I'd felt when they excluded me, unwanted, ignored, left out. It was almost poetic, but I wasn't done. I grabbed my phone, snapped a photo of my breakfast, pancakes, fruit, a dazzling mimosa, and posted it with the caption, "Kicking off my day stress-free. Hope everyone's doing all right back home." Then, for fun, I glanced at my blocked messages, smirked at the missed calls, and ordered another mimosa. I wasn't calling them back. They could handle their own mess. I was on vacation. By noon, I was lounging in a private cabana, sipping a tropical drink with a tiny umbrella when my phone buzzed again. This time, it was cousin Melissa. "Okay, I know you're upset and you have every right to be, but you need to hear what happened after the wedding. Call me. You'll love this." I raised an eyebrow. Melissa was the only cousin with any sense. If she said it was worth hearing, it probably was, so against my better judgment, I called her. She answered on the first ring. "Oh my gosh, you finally picked up," she said, barely containing her excitement. "Are you ready for this?" I glanced at my cabana, the ocean sparkling before me, drink in hand. "Yeah, I'm in a good spot for whatever this is," Melissa laughed. "Okay, after the groom bylaid, Emily lost it. Not just crying, screaming, throwing things, full meltdown at the reception." I smirked. "Sounds like her." Melissa went on, her voice buzzing with glee. "Everyone was trying to calm her down. Then Mom overheard Aunt Lisa say this whole mess could have been avoided if you'd been there." I blinked. "Wait, what?" Melissa giggled. "Yeah, she said you're always the one who fixes things when Emily spirals. That if you were there, you'd have talked the groom down or managed the chaos like you always do." I burst out laughing. "So the family that kicked me out is now blaming me for not being there to save the day." "Oh, it gets better," Melissa said. "Mom called Lisa ridiculous, and they started arguing, loudly. Then Grandma got involved, saying Emily brought this on herself by disrespecting the universe when she didn't invite her brother." I nearly choked on my drink. Melissa was howling. "Grandma chewed Emily out in front of everyone, saying, 'If you treated your family right, you wouldn't be alone in your wedding dress right now.'" I leaned back, grinning. "That's incredible." "Oh, and then," Melissa added, "your mom tried to call the groom's family to smooth things over. His mom just smiled and said, 'This is your problem now.'" I had to set my drink down to avoid spilling it from laughing. "So where's Emily now?" I asked, catching my breath. Melissa sighed. "Still crying, still blaming everyone but herself. Last I heard, she was trying to salvage the wedding with some backup plan, but let's be real, she's not bouncing back from this." I shook my head, grinning. "You know the best part?" "What?" Melissa asked. I took a slow sip. "I don't care," she roared with laughter. "Honestly, I don't blame you. I just thought you'd enjoy knowing karma did its thing." "Oh, I'm loving it," I said, smirking. "Thanks for the update, Melissa." "No problem," she replied. "Enjoy your trip, and for the record, you did the right thing." I hung up, more content than I'd been in years. They wanted a wedding without me, and now, thanks to their own choices, they had a catastrophe instead. I raised my drink to the sky, toasting the best decision I'd ever made. Then I turned off my phone and sank back into my cabana, letting the ocean breeze wash away any remaining guilt. The rest of the day, I didn't touch my phone. I booked a sunset cruise, let the warm air flow over me, and savored a five-star beachside dinner. While my family dealt with Emily's wedding disaster, I was eating the best steak of my life. For a moment, I wondered if I should feel bad for her. Then I remembered how she'd excluded me without a second thought. Nope. I sipped my wine, snapped one last photo of the view, and posted it with the caption, "No regrets." Then, with a satisfied smile, I turned off my phone again. Let them deal with their mess. I was done being their fallback. The next morning, I woke feeling lighter than ever. No guilt, no stress, no family emergencies for me to fix. Just me and the sound of waves. I stretched, ordered room service, and out of curiosity, turned my phone on. Big mistake. Notifications flooded in instantly. "Mom, stop acting like a child and call me." "Emily, I can't believe you're doing this to me. You're so selfish." "Mom again, this isn't a joke. Emily's heartbroken." "Do you even care?" Unknown number, probably my aunt. "We need to fix this family before it's too late." I groaned, shaking my head. It was almost impressive how quickly they went from ignoring me to demanding I fix everything. Then one message caught my eye. "Melissa, I know you're ignoring everyone, but read this. Your mom's planning a family meeting when you get back. Heads up." I nearly laughed. They thought I'd come home and act like nothing happened. That I'd let them guilt me into pretending it was all fine. Not a chance. I texted Melissa back. "Thanks for the heads up, but I won't be there." She replied, "Wait, what do you mean, me? I'm extending my trip. They wanted me out." "Fine, I'm out for good." I could almost picture her shock and amusement. Seconds later, she texted, "That's legendary. Spill the details when you're back, whenever that is, lol." I grinned, set my phone down, and opened my laptop. A few clicks later, my trip was extended. Another full week of no family, no drama, just me and the ocean. They'd never given me peace, and now they couldn't do anything about it. Before heading to the beach, I sent one last text to Mom and Emily. "Oh, so now you want me around? Sorry, I'm busy enjoying my overreaction. Good luck with your mess." Then I blocked them for good, set my phone down, and ordered another drink. I let the sun warm my skin. No guilt, no stress, no regrets, just peace. And it was the best choice I'd ever made.